Okay, so with me, what happens is my consciousness, another way of putting it is how I feel internally, changes. And it's not necessarily related to thought or emotions in the sense like anger or lust. No, not that kind of. It is much deeper than that. It is hard to basically, in the sense like, okay, I can say that is beyond thought, but still it's not always same. Sometimes I'm feeling very deep, sometimes I am feeling like totally empty, sometimes I'm feeling as if like the whole body had disappeared, sometimes I'm feeling spacious. And in those moments, sometimes I get what you might call insight, or you might call inspiration, or even a thought or an idea. Now, not always I have ability to write it down at that time, or even to speak it or record it that time. And when I try to do it, say like 1 hour later, 1 day later, 2 days later, or 5 hours later, that mode of consciousness is no longer there. So even if I try to write it from memory, that will be kind of lie, and I will not even go with it because it's not same thing anymore. It's that my inner thing had totally changed. So now I
I
cannot
totally know
talk.
what you're talking about.
I cannot speak from that perspective anymore. So when I start writing or when I talking, now different mode of consciousness comes. Now that can be similar to what it was, or that can be very different, or that can be totally just full of thought. It cannot. It may not be just pure logic, pure rational, pure practicality, nothing to do with beyond thought or anything spiritual. Just like, oh, how are you, Bill, or how I like your glasses. It can be like that. So I cannot bring that consciousness mode of consciousness into that place and write from there. I have to I either write it that time,
Or not at all.
yeah, or depend on whatever
Or
consciousness I
or if you
have that
can
moment.
later, it's a new thing.
It's a new thing. So that
Yeah,
happens to
I
me.
have to. I make a point of keeping a journal handy because if something comes to me, if I can't get that to start writing within 30 seconds at least, probably sooner, you know, forget it. And when I do, it's just like just taking taking shorthand. You know, it's like writing it down from a different source. You know, I'm just writing it down. The words come just like when you have that insight. Well, it comes to you somehow, so you can write it down. But it so I know exactly what you're talking about there.
Yeah. So that's why. And many times it. So sometimes I get. I mean, consciousness changes so much. I get so many. You call it insight. I mean, they look like insight to me. To
Mm-hmm.
other people, it may not look like insight, but to me,
I always put quote inside.
yeah, to me it appears that way. So sometimes I get so much that I think that there cannot possibly be enough time for me to write all of that or record all of that or say all of that. And sometimes for 1 or 2 days or 3 days or even 4 days or a week, I have none. So it's like you have weather. Sometimes there are a lot of clouds, lot of rain, and then all of a sudden it's all
Yeah,
sunny,
yeah, yeah.
no cloud, no rain. So that's how it happens. So like when I was recording some stuff and like Matthew or anybody was making comment that I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to do that. Actually, all I can do or cannot do from my perspective is either I give a way for that which is wanting to appear, or I just block it. I mean, best I can do is basically get out of the way. And by me, I mean my rational mind, I mean my logical mind, my thinking mind, which evaluates everything. Oh, I'm doing this for this, I'm doing that for that. I want to get this, I want to get that. So best I can do is let that go away so that whatever is coming can just come. It's not something that I'm causing. It's not something is a result of my effort, and it's not a result of my purpose or goal. That's why like when Matthew was making all these comments and everything. I mean, one reason it was, in a way, it was, I mean, funny for me. It is something that I can smile about, I can laugh about, but I didn't have very good logical response because I didn't even know how to relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah. No, I understand that too. Yeah.
okay, so I think we can You want to say
Yeah,
something more on that?
No, you can go ahead and stop.